Welcome back to Tribe Talk, where we talk all things Tribe. With us today is head women's basketball coach at William & Mary, Ed Swanson. And first of all, Coach, thanks for taking some time with us after the long journey back from Charleston, where the Tribe split the weekend series with the Cougars. Some of your thoughts about this weekend's play.
Yeah, I was really excited about Saturday's performance. I thought it was really a gut check. We didn't play our best basketball. We had a big fourth quarter where we outscored them 20-6, where we really did a great job executing on both sides of the floor. Sunday's game was a complete opposite. We won 3 quarters, but Charleston really came out and punched us in the face, to start the game and really controlled the game physically. And I think Charleston went to the foul line, 10 times in that quarter. They out-rebounded us, and to our players' credit, they really gutted it out and got it back to a 3-point game, but we just couldn't get over that hump on Sunday. So Sunday was a real disappointing loss for us, and Saturday's game was, a good one, but we've got to be consistent longer on both ends of the floor.
Coach, you talk about consistency, and one young lady is very consistent in scoring for you, and that's Sydney Wagner, who scored, I think, 18 of her points in either the first or the fourth quarters. To have that kind of leadership must be satisfying to a head coach.
Yes, Sydney's confidence is at an all-time level on the offensive side. She's got great confidence, great swagger. She knows how much space she needs to get her shot off. She took 26 shots, and she took 26, pretty good shots that she's capable of making. But I remember getting on her earlier in the game. I was like, you got to shoot that. She passed up a couple of, I thought, open looks where maybe she thought she was guarded. But, she's done a fabulous job, obviously, carrying us on the offensive side. And, my hat's got to go off to her. She played 80 minutes. I thought she played 80 strong minutes, and it's tough to be the top person on the other team's marker board and then having to play as many minutes as we need her to win games.
Bree Bellamy and Nyla Pollard are your second and third leading scorers, and they are under double digits a game. Is it a concern for you at this moment in time that you're not getting more balanced scoring, I guess, for lack of a better term?
Well, Jay, we're asking players to play roles that they didn't play last year, and we've been inconsistent with that. We've had, Nyla had a great game against Hofstra, Bree's had a great game against Drexel, and we're slowly just trying to, find our way offensively, and it might be a season-long process for us, and that's okay, as long as we get better each week. And I really do feel that we're getting better offensively each week, and we're giving great effort on the defensive end, which was evident on Saturday. Unfortunately, we weren't able to back that up with a great defensive effort for most of the game. Well, for the first quarter on Sunday, but. Yeah, Jay, our players are being asked to play different roles, and I think they're slowly but surely, growing into them. We're inconsistent right now in that secondary scoring role.
Well, Bailey Eichner is fulfilling that role of the rebounder, the enforcer, if you will, averaging eight rebounds a game.
Bailey's had a fantastic year, and, her development from year to year has been great, and she's put in the time. But she's another one that we feel can score the ball, and especially with her when we have the right matchups. But yeah, she's done a great job, on both glasses, the defensive glass and offensive glass, and her energy really helps us a great deal.
So I asked Coach Fischer if he was aware of the controversy, if you will, around head basketball coaches not dressing in suit coats and ties for basketball games. I guess, do you like this new phenomenon with COVID, not having to kind of dress down?
Well, I don't know what Dane's reply was, but I'm really enjoying it from a matter of not having to worry about if the tie matches the shirt, if the tie matches the suit, if you have the right belt and shoes. It's a lot more comfortable. And Jay, let's look around. Football coaches don't wear shirts and ties. Baseball coaches don't wear shirts and ties. We're the only sport that feels like we have to, that looks like we're getting married every game, that we're in our best suits. But I hope out of this horrible thing called COVID that this is one change in college basketball that will stick.
You got Towson coming up this weekend at home, 2 games at Capitol Arena. They'll be on Flow Sports, obviously. Tell us about the Tigers.
Well, Towson is always, they have the preseason player of the year and Keanu Jeter. They can really, really score the ball. They have, last week in one game against Hofstra, they were 13 for 24 from the 3-point range. So offensively, they're very, very talented. So we're going to have our work cut out for us. Our players, like I said, have been getting better, each week. And this week, we're really going to, focus in on our defensive rebounding, which really let us down on Sunday.
Well, it'll be your forte versus Towson scoring. Your forte this year certainly is that defense, that team defense that the Tribe has played so well.
Yes, it has, and it's got to be on point on Saturday and Sunday. And like I said, I thought for the most part of this weekend it was, except that first quarter, we have got to play harder, longer, be focused longer, and that comes with maturity and the season. And I think we'll put a great effort together for Saturday and Sunday.
Good luck this weekend versus Towson, Coach. Thanks for your time.
Jay, it was great being with you. Thank you.
Big banks leaving a bad taste in your mouth, charging you all sorts of fees and giving you nothing in return. Open a Langley Pays checking account and you'll earn 10 cents every time you use your debit card. Get your paycheck up to 3 days early and avoid those nasty fees. Now that's a sweet account. Call us or visit a Langley branch to open an account today.
Hear the James River flow, sweet and slow, past your deck. Grip an iron on a course that whispers of legends. Live the family stories you'll be reliving for years. So dance in the sunset, stroll through the pines, push the boat from the dock. Because when your new home is the destination, your home is Burwell's Bluff and the Enclave at Kings Mill.
With your Village Bank debit card, earn points on everyday purchases and redeem them for something special. Village Bank, you're a neighbor, not a number.
Welcome back to Tribe Talk. This is Jay Colley with us, a very special guest, and I'm honored to be talking with Senator Randy Bracy from, as he would put it, the great state of Florida. Randy was a recent Hall of Fame inductee at William & Mary.
It's an extreme honor and privilege to be inducted into the Hall of Fame. First of all, I'd like to acknowledge my parents and my sister. I remember my senior year, my parents flew to every single game. We played at Stanford, we played, I think in Carolina, they were at every game, and so I think it's only fitting that they're here tonight. Thank you for Coach Willem, those kind words, that means a lot. You know, when I think of my time here at William & Mary, especially on the basketball court, obviously I learned a lot of skills, we worked hard, but the things that we learned on that basketball court, I think is those attributes helped me to be successful in life. And so I'm extremely grateful for the time here at William & Mary. it has helped me to shape me into the man that I am today. So just thank you to the selection committee for considering me. It's a tremendous honor, and it means so much. Thank you again.
One of the few first-team all-CAA players that the Tribe has had over the years, and he was an integral part of that 1997-98 team that tied for the league championship in the CAA and indeed won 20 ball games. And with that as a backdrop, Senator Bracy, thanks for joining us today.
Absolutely, Jay. It's good to talk to you. Good to see you. It's been a while, but I have such fond memories of my time at William & Mary. So I remember that season that you're talking about, and just great memories at William & Mary.
You obviously are in a tremendous position of leadership, Randy. Can you reflect on how, leading question that it is, William & Mary prepared you for, first of all, rising in the ranks politically and being the leader that you have become?
Well, being the leader of the basketball team, I think just did tremendous things for me. You know, it forced me to step up and really vocalize, you know, my vision for the team and just connect with players, you know, really work as a team. I obviously had the talent, but I think being the captain really made me kind of step into that leadership role. And then I just think just being on the campus of William & Mary, it's tough academically. So you really had to balance your athletic activities along with your studies, and you couldn't just kind of coast along with your studies. You really had to put in the work. So I think having to balance that really prepared me for what I'm doing now. And then just, you know, the hard work that it takes to be a good basketball player. I mean, you have to have good work ethic. And so all of those things, I think, played a part. And I'm just grateful for my experience at William & Mary.
We're talking to Senator Randy Bracy, a state senator from Florida. How did you get into politics? Is this something that you had an inkling when you were playing at William & Mary, or how did that come about?
I did not have an idea that I would be in politics. My mother ran for a local school board seat shortly after my career at William & Mary. And I came home and I was still trying to play pro basketball. And so I was waiting on the next call. And so I would be home for periods of time. And my mother was running this campaign, and she just asked me to be her campaign manager while I was working out, waiting for the next call. And I really loved it. And I just threw myself into it. And even though she lost, you know, I caught that proverbial political bug. And from there, you know, I was in it. So
can you think back to that 21 season, 20 wins and 7 losses, coached by Charlie Woolham, who obviously has been on our broadcast for many, many years. He reminds me of that year, Randy, quite often, by the way. But as Tribe fans can reflect on a great season, tying for the league championship. What are some of your memories of that year?
You know, I just feel like we really clicked. We had some great players, Terrence Jennings, Shaka Arnold, David Grabuloff. Like, we really had gelled. And I think the year before we had won 13 games. The previous year we won 10 games, 13 games. And then I believe that my junior year we won 20 games. And so I think we had time to gel. We had been together, a couple of those players, for a while. And we just really clicked. I mean, we kind of ran through the conference. I just think it was a remarkable season. Coach Woolham and the staff did a great job. And I was just really proud of what we were able to accomplish that year.
How have you been able to steer your family and your political career through the COVID issues?
I represent people that have called my office. They've been unemployed. And so we've been trying to navigate through our own situation, but also helping people navigate their situation. And, you know, I'm just blessed to be able to represent people and try to do everything I can to help them.
State Senator Randy Bracy, a graduate of William & Mary, Hall of Fame member of the William & Mary basketball program back in the day. Thank you so much. And I'll end it with this a political question, Randy. It's going to come right to the point. I don't know. I'm sure you know that your alma mater is the alma mater of the nation. Any plans on running for president in the future?
I got a couple steps before I get there, but I'm gonna focus on my job at hand, and maybe I have a political future as governor, maybe in the state of Florida, and then we'll see. But one step at a time.
One step at a time. Good political answer, Randy. Thank you very much for your time and to continued success in being a wonderful representative for a wonderful university, William and Mary. Thanks for your time.
Everything you know about Colonial Heritage is true. A beautiful golf course with exquisite dining and superb event space. But this is also true. You don't have to live there to play, dine, or celebrate there. So let Colonial Heritage be your host for a round, a meal, or a gathering. It's all true. You don't have to live there to enjoy being there. At Colonial Heritage, golf memberships are available. ColonialHeritageClub.com.
With your Village Bank debit card, earn points on everyday purchases and redeem them for something special. Village Bank, you're a neighbor, not a number.
Hear the James River flow, sweet and slow, past your deck. Grip an iron on a course that whispers of legends. Live the family stories you'll be reliving for years. So dance in the sunset, stroll through the pines, push the boat from the dock. Because when your new home is the destination, your home is Burwell's Bluff and the Enclave at Kings Mill.
The Tribe Leader of the Week, presented by the Virginia Lottery, recognizes exceptional William & Mary student athletes for their contributions as leaders in the classroom and the community. This week's Tribe Leader of the Week, presented by the Virginia Lottery, is women's tennis junior Mila Saric. On the court, Mila earned all CAA honors and was named the league's Rookie of the Year in 2019. Last season, she topped William & Mary with 14 wins, including 2 against nationally ranked competition, and earned Vossed All-State honors in both singles and doubles. Mila is a double major in psychology and finance with a marketing concentration. She is a 2-time William & Mary Provost Award winner and an ITA Scholar athlete. Mila has been named to the Dean's List on 4 occasions and is a 3-time CAA Commissioner's Academic Honor Roll selection. Mila also served on the William & Mary Student Athlete Advisory Committee. She helped to organize community engagement events, including a food drive and toy drive.
With your Village Bank debit card, earn points on everyday purchases and redeem them for something special. Village Bank, you're a neighbor, not a number.
Everything you know about Colonial Heritage is true. A beautiful golf course with exquisite dining and superb event space. But this is also true. You don't have to live there to play, dine, or celebrate there. So let Colonial Heritage be your host for a round, a meal, or a gathering. It's all true. You don't have to live there to enjoy being there. At Colonial Heritage, golf memberships are available. ColonialHeritageClub.com.
Today's brands need to activate their marketing budgets to engage consumers locally where they live and shop. Local events across the country are seeking relevant sponsors and partners, and retailers are always looking for ways to increase store traffic and dollar sales. Bring all parties together and, well, bam! Brand Activation Maximizer, or BAM, is a proven, one-of-a-kind software platform that connects brands, events, and retailers. It provides brands with unique opportunities to reach consumers, while helping events grow bigger and better. And best of all, BAM gets proven sales results by taking retailer interests into account. We've already successfully optimized more than $200 million in sponsorship to date, featuring some of the world's biggest brands and events. Yours could be next. BAM! It's that simple.
Welcome back to Tribe Talk, where we talk all things Tribe. With us today is head basketball coach at William & Mary, Dane Fischer. And first of all, Coach, thanks for joining us as we prepare to go to Towson this weekend. Reflection on the one game the Tribe played last week, as the Tribe ran into what I think I described as a buzzsaw with the Drexel Dragons. They played very well.
Yeah, certainly a unique situation for us with playing Drexel again, which ended up being the third time in a row. I thought Drexel played a great game on Saturday, and we didn't have our best stuff, and had a few too many mistakes on the defensive end, and our shot selection offensively I thought was really poor in the first half, especially. Hit a little foul trouble in the second half, which hurt us, and could just never really get ourselves over the hump against them.
Big picture seems when the Tribe does not play well offensively, and more to the point where they have long droughts of not shooting the ball well and not scoring, it's very tough to get over.
We hadn't played great offensively, really, in a lot of our league games, and I think the real difference has been that some of the games that we've had some success in, we've been able to really lock in on the defensive end and get ourselves over the hump that way, get ourselves to the offensive glass, which we saw against Delaware in our win here, and then getting ourselves to the free throw line up at Drexel, our win a couple weeks ago. So we've got to find a little better rhythm here offensively as we head into the second part of league play, and that's certainly something that we're going to be working on.
It's part of the issue, if I may, is a lot of young players on this team. There's going to be some games that they look like world beaters, and there are going to be some games that they don't.
Yeah, it's a little bit true. We've had again, not only a young team, but even a lot of our returners. It's a first opportunity for them to be playing in games, and this kind of stuff can happen when there's that much inexperience. But as we talk with our players about all the time, it's about us playing as well as we possibly can and doing it on a consistent basis in practice and translating into games, and that'll remain the focus here as we head through the second part of the league stretch.
Dane Fischer with us, head basketball coach at William & Mary. Coach, nationally, there's been some discussion, I think probably a whimsical discussion about the dress code for head basketball coaches throughout America during this COVID crisis. The dress down policy, is that something you embrace?
It's been fine, I guess. Someone asked me that a couple weeks ago as well. They said, where did that come from, and how did that come about? And I don't really know where it stemmed from. The only thing different in the games right now is that we don't have as many fans at games. In some cases, you don't have any fans. So I guess we just felt like we really needed to dress up nicely when we had our fans at the games. But other than that, it's all the same.
Towson this weekend. The Tigers, coached by Pat Scarry, have been one of the really good teams in this league over the past few years. We haven't seen them yet, obviously. What kind of team does he have coming in?
Yeah, Towson's had a really unique season because they started off playing, they had played a couple games early, and then they were on pause for almost a month, and then missed the start of league play for another pause. So they've had a really inconsistent schedule. They've got a great player in Zane Martin, who is I believe a preseason first team all-league pick. And then they're always going to be a tough defensive, physical team. So we're going to get prepared for them this week and go up there and hopefully play as well as we can.
Yeah, you mentioned Zane Martin, kind of an odd disposition for him. He left the program, went to another university, and came back to Towson. Won't get into all the whys and wherefores, but it's certainly a unique situation. A couple of years ago, he was touted as potentially being a player of the year type candidate.
Yeah, very much a unique situation. I know he had a great start to his career at Towson and then moved on and decided to come back here this year as a grad transfer. So certainly not the path you see a lot, but a guy that we're going to have a ton of attention to as we head up to playing.
Obviously, your staff, you're keeping up with the guys that you've recruited for next year. Don't want to put you on the spot, but are any of those young men playing basketball right now, or are their seasons off?
Two of the three of them that have signed with us are playing right now, and the one that is not is Julian Lewis out in Michigan. Their district has not cleared them for games yet. I believe that they're hoping that it happens and working towards it. I think he's back practicing now, but Langdon and Tyler are both playing their seasons.
As the Tribe goes on the road versus Towson this weekend, what are the things, other than 2 wins, what are some of the things you want to see out of your Tribe players as we enter 2 games on the road, Saturday and Sunday?
Well, the big thing that we talk about is just playing as well as we can, and with this team, it's doing that more consistently. And we've had a couple of games that we've come up on the wrong end of here in league play that. I thought our team played really well and played really hard, and sometimes you can do things about as well as you want to or you need to, and you still don't necessarily win. Then I think we've had a couple of games where we haven't played our best, and it hasn't been much of a challenge for our opponents. And really heading into any game, it's about let's go out there and play as well as we possibly can, do the things that we need to do in each game to give ourselves the best chance, and kind of let the results take care of themselves.
Good luck this weekend. We'll talk to you soon.
All right. Thanks, Jay.
Hey, Tribe fans, the auction for a noble cause. Yes, the Lord Botetourt auction is back this year. It will be virtual, of course, and the date is going to be March the 12th. We don't have a lot of information to give you at this point in time, but stay tuned. Always more information about Tribe Athletics, tribeathletics.com, tribeathletics.com. That's March the 12th, the Lord Botetourt auction for a noble cause, obviously, William & Mary Athletics.